Good morning, Shaun.
Good morning.
Talk of the Walk podcast.
What's going on?
Some got in the trash cans again.
Yep.
Come get you going, get you going.
That's life.
It's not a bad morning this morning.
It is actually pretty beautiful.
Very nice temperature.
Around 70 degrees, sunny.
Anything you have on your mind?
No, I just have some back pain.
That's what I was gonna say. What's up with this back pain? We had a pretty good laughing spell over about talking about chiropractors.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, mental health is mental health, but let's talk about physical health right now.
Yeah.
Your back. I went to a chiropractor when I had lower back pain. I don't know if he said it was a pinched nerve or if I was just gaining weight in the midsection, but I went on a Groupon and I was there as long as possible, trying to get as many things done as possible, and it just kind of seemed like, and this is my perspective, nothing he was doing was more than like patting me on the back.
Here's a back rub.
Yeah. I felt like going to a massage therapist would have been exponentially more useful.
Yeah. And this guy's licensed, right?
Yeah.
And he's got a degree in, there we go, the cars.
Is that even necessary?
I don't know. So we're gonna get run over here. Ow!
I almost don't even care about these people like coming at me that fast. But yeah, like, so this guy, not licensed. What do you think you need to be a chiropractor? Doctorate?
Apparently nothing.
A GED? Like, what was your experience?
I don't know. I told you what happened when I went.
Yeah.
And I retold the story, and it ended up being hilarious.
Oh, it was so funny.
Just about the ridiculousness of it, and the I'll come for an adjustment, and you know what? I can adjust you tomorrow too for another $20.
Didn't he say come back later that day? Like, hey,
it was literally the next day. You can walk in anytime you want, and we'll push on your back for $20.
Anytime. I got time to make $20 off you.
Yeah.
Pretty much any.
Stop on in. I'll give you an adjustment.
Is that what they call it? Adjustment?
Oh, good Lord. And
then what was funny is you said there was something on the wall that like the acclimate or whatever, the statistic that was on the wall.
Yeah, the thing that was the actual, like, oh, look at how good chiropractic, medicine does, right? So it's a journal article.
Claim to fame, kind of, yeah.
Yeah, it's like, look at these cool things, right? Well, one thing was like if you have whiplash, right, and it increases like neck arthritis by like 90%, even one incidence. Okay.
So you go on an amusement park ride and you're effed.
If you get whiplash, I mean, it's relatively reasonable. I mean, okay, that's, one thing that was on the little, computer screen, and then it flicked over to the other screen, and it was like 30% of female athletes get extra 1 to 2 inches on their vertical leap when they have a chiropractic adjustment.
That's what
it was a article. It was published in a journal, a medical journal, and it's like, wait a minute, hold on, pump the goddamn brakes.
Pump the goddamn brakes.
First of all,
oh, by the way, it's happy birthday.
Oh, yeah,
happy birthday. So I was going to say, first of all, you're a 43-year-old man.
Yeah. So first of all, I'm a man. Second of all, this is only good for 30% of the people, not like 70 or 100. Yeah, 30%. So it's like maybe just a fraction of these people.
And that's your top echelon of what we can do for you, Shaun.
What we could do for you is give you another inch on your vertical leap. Oh, hey.
There we go.
Yeah.
So you went to this chiropractor, and what was funny was, like, as soon as you see a statistic like that, the line that we were laughing at, I was laughing at, you're like, and then I asked him, how much is your snake oil?
Yeah.
Saw a statistic like that. How much is your snake oil, man?
Well, and then we, again, I tried to make it funny, right? Like, but I was there, and he's like, oh yeah, we pretend we're in another county, so you don't have to wear your mask. And I'm like, nope, but I'm in this county, buddy. I'm wearing my mask.
We pretend we're in another county.
Oh my God, it was crazy. So it's like, I'll put one on if you need me to. And I'm like, you do you, I do me. We're good.
We pretend we're in another county?
Yeah.
So that the rules don't apply to us?
Yeah, isn't that crazy?
That's pretty
so then,
unorthodox there. Do we also pretend that we're chiropractors?
Apparently. It was like he was trying to get through his spiel. his whole sales pitch was like the whole thing that it seemed like I was there for. He was trying to sell me.
Okay.
Like, let me get through this, and this is what this is, and this is what this is. But then again, we joke, like, you know, funny incidents, right?
Yeah.
I'm sitting there getting x-rays, right? So, no lead protection whatsoever, right? You get an x-ray.
They have the vest, right?
Should have protection on your thyroid and your gonads.
Okay.
Right? Nothing.
No.
Nothing. No, I get you're taking x-ray in my back, and it's probably one shot, right? So, shouldn't be like a high exposure to x-ray. But you should have some type of protection when you're getting an x-ray. Maybe, you know, if you need that area. Okay, great. So, no protection over my nuts or my thyroid. So, fine with that, right? And then he has me take one from the side, has me take one from the back, you know, this way. And then he tries to get one from the front. And I swear I hear him hitting the button, goes, "What's wrong with this damn thing? Hit it, hit it, hit it, hit it. What's wrong with this? It's not working." I'm like, how much x-rays are you shooting through me, buddy? Oh, it was funny.
But you're sitting there like nice and quiet, like making sure like you're being respectful, like okay, like you do you, and he's just like, I can't get this thing to.
It's like, how many times did you hit me with x-rays?
Like, come on, buddy.
So there was that.
Yeah.
And like I said, I'm not retelling.
And this is all to get your vert up. You're just trying to get your vertical up there.
I get that 1 or 2 inches on my, well, if I'm a woman.
When you get the sex
and the
change.
30%.
Yeah. And if you're that lucky 30%.
So again, I'm not telling it like I told it whenever I first ran it with you, but man, it was hilarious.
No, it was funny because you mentioned this thing about how he was going to work magic on you. And like, I'm going to work some magic. And when you described it, it was like he just kind of like pushed on your back and the table collapsed and made a thump. And like it was supposed to trigger some kind of like response because the table made a crack that your back might have cracked or something.
Yeah, it was like, okay, so the table had this collapsible center, right? And he said, I'm going to pop this up, and then I push and it's going to go down and it's going to, you know, make a noise. He said, so I'm going to push this up, and lay down, put his hands on my back, and push down, and the table went ka-tonk. And I'm like, that's supposed to make me think that you did something?
Yeah, like it's all illusion. And I did that whole like missing your finger with your thumb.
Look at
like,
this magic trick.
Hey, I got this too. How do you feel now? $20. How do you feel?
And then he mentioned something about acupuncture, which I don't believe in any of that.
Okay.
I've never had it, so I can't really say that it doesn't work, but
okay.
Anyway, he said
I've had it.
Yeah, he said there's pressure points on your hand and your ear, right? And he says, but I'm not going to take these little I'm not going to hit you with needles. I'm going to use this little device, right? And I'm like, okay, what's this toy? And he hits me on like 3 spots on my hand, right? I'm like, this is supposed to up my back. How? But anyway, when he hits me with it, right? It's like, I hate this. I mean, the only.
And this is the one that you said is a ball and a zigzag, right?
Oh yeah, a little ball. It looks like a kid's toy, and it vibrates. Okay. So he puts it on my hand, and it vibrates, and he goes, "Oh, that's really high." And I'm like, "Okay." So then he turns it down to like almost nothing, to where it's just barely vibrating on my hand. I'm like, what the fuck is this supposed to be doing? What the like, no, like go away.
Go away. And okay, one, it was only $20, but that's because you went through your insurance, right?
Yeah, and then he's like, then the last thing is like, oh, I'm gonna twist you like pretzel, right? Because that's what they do.
Yeah.
Put your knee up here, cross your arms, and I'm gonna lean on you. And it's like, that kind of hurts. Like, that's why I'm here, because what you're doing is hurting.
Yeah.
Not
fix that. For whatever that is, fix that.
Oh, make an adjustment, right? So you can come back and I do another one of those. No, thank you.
Yeah, I know. I don't have. Okay, so you spend your time over there, you spend your money over there, and you don't feel like you got a lot. Now, obviously, here you are today, like, my back hurts more or less, probably, or the same than it did before you showed up.
If not more.
Now, when you were telling me the story, it was the day of the appointment. It was, after the appointment, and you're like, I got nothing, man. Like, I came in, I left, I feel the same. I don't get it.
I mean, I went in with an open mind. Chiropractor's, medical doctor. He should be able to, do something to alleviate some of this pain. It all seemed like snake oil. Like, how much is your snake oil?
How much?
I have this cream for you for sale. Like, just stop.
Please don't.
All I want is freaking pain relief.
Yeah, you went in because you, like, not saying that you were desperate, but you what are your options,
So the most practical advice he gave me, practical advice, was put some ice on it and take some ibuprofen. It's like, yeah, that's what I was doing.
Yeah, I've been doing that daily.
Like, man, I should have a medical degree in chiropractic.
Now, two things that I'm understanding about chiropractors. One, like acupuncture, it's not a quick fix. It's a routine. Come back and get your treatments, right?
No.
Now, is that the sales pitch?
That's the sales pitch. That's to come and spend $20 for 6 to 9 months, 6 to 12 months.
Yeah.
Right. That's 6 to 12 months of you just pushing on my back. Right. Imagine I go once a week, $20. Right.
Yeah.
For 6 months.
That's quite a bit of money.
Yeah. For a year. Right.
And that's through insurance that you'll get that price.
Yeah. Through insurance. So let's just say $240 if I go for an entire year, once a week. No, once a week would be 80 times 12, $960, $1,000 almost, just for you to go, here, I'll twist it like a pretzel.
Twist it like a pretzel. Look at my finger. Isn't that? Is the detaching coming back? Is the detaching coming back? Rub some snake oil on it. Zoom, zoom, zoom.
Good
now,
Lord.
Acupuncture, I've had one session for my thumb because it was hurting. And it was the same thing. Okay, here we did this. You sat there for a while, and then now we're going to have you come back and do it again. And I'll just be honest, I never went back to the chiropractor, and I never went back to the acupuncture.
Yeah.
I thought I would feel something after the initial visit, and because I didn't, I was like, well,
you told me a similar story about hypnotism. Do you think it's all power of suggestion? Do you think that's some type of psychosomatic, like trickery they're trying to pull in your brain?
Maybe,
especially with like the table that goes pop pop.
Yeah.
Right.
So when I was hypnotized, multiple times I've been hypnotized, or it's been I've gone through the process, right? And hey, good morning. Wow. So. I think that's shirtless Charlie with a shirt on, and he just doesn't care.
He didn't want to look at you.
Oh man!
I don't think we're gonna talk to him.
So these hypnotists, and I know distinctly, at least two of the three, at least two, if not all three, were at a like Halloween haunt kind of event where you go to an amusement park or theme park.
It was set up to be entertaining.
And it's set up to, and they'll get 20 participants.
Yeah.
Okay, and they're all sitting on chairs, and basically when the guy goes, when I count down from 10, you'll all be hypnotized. He does his countdown and sleep. And those of the participants that pretended to be asleep, he kept on the stage.
Yeah.
The ones that were looking around like, hey.
Like, that didn't work.
What are you talking about? Sleep. I thought you were gonna put me to sleep. You're off the stage. You're off the stage.
We gotta take you.
And he kind of preempted, like, if I tell you to, if I tap you and tell you you're out. Kind of like some kind of elimination game, right?
Yeah.
Me being showman, I was like, I'm gonna fake being asleep right now.
Do you think everybody was faking being asleep? The power of suggestion?
Two things happened while I was doing this. One, while I was faking being asleep and he's talking to the audience, I heard side chatter between these people, like, I'm not really sleeping.
Me neither.
Yeah, me either.
Just put your head down.
Just go with it. See what, like, okay. So you're like, okay, I mean, I guess you kind of are hypnotized in the sense that you're not even asleep, but you're pretending to be asleep. He's got you, it's like, at what point did it work, So there was that with the cross chatter. Second thing was, as you go further in this episode,
routine,
this show that he's putting on, if you break, like if he's like, you're gonna act like
a chicken,
like you're gonna act like a chicken, and you like, I'm
not doing that.
Okay, go sit down.
Yeah.
So he'll just go from what he's doing real smoothly, like a magic trick, almost like, okay, you go sit down. You broke your hypnotist, so you. And I'm sitting there like, I'll do whatever, dude. Like I'm making my friends laugh. I'm making the audience laugh. This is great fun. Let's do it. I did a whole episode, a whole show.
Went the whole way through. Yeah.
Listened to everything he said, got snapped back out, went back down, talked to my friends, and I was like, and my buddy, he saw me look at him while I was doing all this. And he's like, I saw you look at me. I was like, I looked right at you, dude.
I was with it the whole time.
And he's like, he's like, as soon as you looked at me, he knew, like, like, is this bullshit or is he hypnotized? You're looking right at one person who knows you really well, like, wink, you know? Yeah. So then we go on these rides, we're having our fun, and there's another show. And I'm like, dude, let's go back. Yeah. Let's go back and
mess with this guy.
Yeah, let's play him. So I get volunteered back on stage with another one of my buddies who didn't get volunteered the last time. And we've already talked about it, everything. And he makes me do this thing where, like, if my buddy talks to me, I'm gonna pretend like he has the worst smelling breath ever.
Oh yeah, yeah.
No matter what he says, I'm gonna just have this stinky breath, or he's gonna have stinky breath. So my buddy talks to me and he's like, hey, Bubba, and I'm faking it for like a while, I suppose faking it, and all of a sudden I just, nah, this isn't working for me. Yeah. And I, like, on my own accord, are like, I'm off. Yep. And I feel like when I did that, everyone was like,
oh, that's a bunch of shit.
Yeah, like, oh, snake oil rubbed off on you. You know? Yeah. So when I talk about hypnotists, you know, and being hypnotized, it's not like you're gonna be out of your state of mind. It's not like you couldn't just say this isn't working. Maybe you choose to not say that, or you choose, by you said power of suggestion, to do whatever random thing this person's saying to do, when you know you could just be like, no, I'm not doing that.
I'm opting out.
Yeah. And this guy doesn't have stinky breath. I'm not going to pretend like he does. I'm great at charades, so I played it, but I'm not going to right now. And is that the chiropractor or the what was the other, acupuncture? Is that their gimmick? Hey, this is working.
If I just keep talking to you and telling you all the benefits of this,
come back,
you're going to believe it.
You know, you've heard of the placebo effect, right?
Oh, of course.
So, is it an element of medicine that is based and rooted around doing things that make a sound, or those needles that when you put them in, they like make because you are hitting a nerve, and you're like, oh, that did something. Yeah, I poked your nerve endings, you know, like, oh, okay.
Well, I've seen a very similar thing on the whole, like, YouTube thing with, like, cupping, right?
Oh,
where they take the cups and it gives you basically a hickey.
I've had that done too.
It's like, what the hell is this doing? It's increasing blood flow to the area. No, it's not. You're giving me a fucking hickey.
Dude, huge hickeys. Yeah. I went to, in San Francisco, I went to a massage, and when I woke up the next day, I looked at my back. I didn't even know that they were doing the cupping thing. Yeah. And at that time, my fiance was like, oh my God, what happened to your back? And I looked at it like, that was the craziest deep tissue massage ever then, because there was these fat,
bruises.
Like, and I was like, whoa. I've had plenty of massages. I've never seen my back look this way. So we looked it up, and we decided that they must have done cupping. They must have done some cupping. I don't know what the purpose of it was for. I didn't even ask for it, but you know, like, it was done. Am I supposed to have that done frequently for it to make sense?
Who the hell knows?
Who knows, man?
No, I'm gonna, you know, because we like to have fun, right? We're walking through the park here.
Yeah.
And this grass is pretty high. It's up there. It's
yeah, to be honest, it looks unkept.
Why haven't they mowed?
We just passed the mower.
He's just sitting there.
He's just chilling.
Come on, get mowing.
Hey,
mow every freaking day, every freaking time we're out here. Get mowing.
Come on, guys. Don't, please don't, not right now. But at the same time, the word, I heard a good phrase, that this is good for government work.
There you go.
This is good
enough for government work.
This is good enough for government work.
So, real quick, back to the chiropractor.
Okay.
And to actually give my son a ton of props, right? He said, Dad, I didn't get you anything for your birthday, but I know your back's been hurting a lot, and I found a couple YouTube videos to help you do some exercise to help you with your back. And I'm like, how freaking thoughtful.
Yeah, how sweet.
Like, that really touched me. I mean, it was better than him giving me, like, here's a tie, or here's, you know,
my hand just looking like a turkey.
Something. Yeah. I mean,
he realized that you had an issue, and he's trying to solve an issue that it's not like he went, you know, hey son, figure out what's wrong with me. He was just like, he's doing this. I know
I'm concerned about you, and it showed real like caring, and I don't know, it just makes me think how sweet he is, you know. And I thought it was very, very thoughtful, and I don't know.
I think it is too. I think it's a sweet gesture from.
Without me sounding stupid, it almost made me cry. It really did.
If it did make you cry, there would be no shame in that, man.
Yeah. And
Your
I know.
son cares about you enough to make sure that you're not in pain anymore. How is that not sentimental?
There you go.
You know?
Yeah.
That's
Love that kid.
that's a good kid, man.
There you go.
And then talking about kids real quick. On the way to this park, I don't know if you noticed, but the kids are out waiting for the bus, man.
Mm-hmm.
Did you notice that?
Oh yeah, school's back in full swing.
Okay,
Except for the kids that are doing the remote learning.
I'm looking at little kids with their masks on and holding their lunch pail. What a sight to see.
Yeah, we just pretend like nothing ever happened.
Yeah,
we just gotta wear a mask.
Look like Melina from Mortal Kombat. Hold your mask on and just wait for the bus. Or maybe, what's the bus look like? Social distance bus? What is?
Now again, my wife works at the school. She works in the lunchroom, and she said about 30% of the kids that are coming through, 30%. 30% of the kids are wearing masks.
30%. Okay.
The other 70 just aren't.
And is that?
There's no.
I talked to her about some slide of this. You know, you hear the word like, "I'm not wearing a mask. It's against my religion." And we kind of like laughed about that actually meaning it's against your politics.
Your decision.
Your decision to want to, right?
Yeah.
But it's like, at what religion has it been known like, oh, sorry, I don't wear masks? You know, like Halloween's not a thing for our religion. Why? Because we don't wear masks, you know? But yeah, so you can't tell me or my kids to wear a mask. Why? Because it's all a hoax, or it's all the biggest ploy, or it's just a bunch of bullshit. And you're like, all right, so then you're not going to wear a mask. And from what I hear, they're not going to say anything either.
No, you said you work, at the restaurant. People don't even ask anymore.
So in retail, it was like, hey, sir, can you wear your mask? No. All right, well, hurry up and buy. And in the restaurant, it was like, hey, at first, maybe a week or two ago, it was like, do I need a mask? Do I need a mask? And now it's like, table 4.
And just walk right in without even asking.
Right? So are we waiting for the spike? Are we, are we waiting for, is it just disappearing?
So here's the question. Have we been lied to? Or are people just completely naive and over it? They want to get back
fatigued.
They want to get back to normal so bad that they're risking getting ill.
So then I don't know the answer to that. My question would be, what do I do if I start feeling ill?
Yeah.
Because it's all willy-nilly, and I was talking...
well, let's be honest. My daughter, 2 days ago, had a fever.
Oh, yeah.
Started to freak out. Of course you're going to freak out, right?
Freak out, and I think that's necessary.
Yeah.
Like, I mean...
it wasn't uncalled for.
Yeah, like I'm freaking... And she even said that, like, I'm freaking out. Yeah. And you took her to the doctor, and she got some tests ran, but it wasn't a COVID test.
Yeah.
That was one that wasn't ran.
And they said it was mostly probably just her sinuses.
And I feel like I'm having sinus things just because I have that out here. Like, this is a place where you get sinuses,
And here's my other thing, right? I'm feeling like crap. Is it because my back hurts?
Oh.
Is it not because, is it a part of, on top of that? You know what I mean?
How's your chest and how's your taste? Everything
else seems fine.
Okay.
Yeah. But again, the last 2 days here, I go bitching about the night shift again. All I did was sleep. I came home from work and I slept. And I woke up, ate dinner, got a shower, went to work. Came home, slept. Woke up, ate dinner, got a shower, went to work.
Is that because you're not feeling well and in pain? Or is that because the
combination of just being
the night
dead-ass tired?
That's what I'm saying. Is that the night shift?
Yeah.
Or is that like, I'm sorry, I can't do it today. I'm fatigued out today, I don't know. Well, I mean, I guess you have to look at the pattern, if there's a pattern of this kind of behavior, Yeah.
I don't think we've gone anywhere on this podcast today.
Oh, we got the chiropractor talk down. I was going to touch on with that kind of mentality. There are some things that you have to go revisit, as suggested by the chiropractor or acupuncture, or even massage therapy, where, and this is maybe ties into mental health, when you go and revisit yourself, reflection, meditation, or something, you can't just do one bout of meditation, one bout of yoga,
practice.
and go, I'm flexible as all hell now, you know, like you have to keep doing yoga and you improve at it. If you meditate more and more, the better you get at it. Okay, so there are things that will improve maybe your body and your mind and your emotional state, your mental health, if you do keep going and have a regiment of this, you know, you're consistent on that. That's why I was wondering about the chiropractic thing, because is that your physical version of you got to keep coming.
Let's say one of those 20 sales pitches he tries to throw at me. Right, come in for adjustment. There's a table that does massages. I need to get another X-ray on you. It might be a pinch nerve. All this shit that he's trying to push on me, right? Say one of those, was exaggerating. So one of those, say 6 or 7 things that he's suggesting, actually works a tiny bit, a fraction.
Then what?
What do I go back for?
Okay.
Hey, don't do that, don't do that, don't do that. Do that one thing that kind of seemed like it worked.
Do that.
Do I have that kind of agency?
Oh, do you have like, can you just tell him? And do you have the awareness to go, it's the only thing that helps me is the adjustments. Or the only thing that helps me is when you use that buzzer toy on my pressure points.
Or the massage table. Right? Because that actually felt kind of okay.
Well, the thing about massages, as a person, I've gotten massage, it seems like the more you get a massage, or the frequently, the more you feel like you need one. So I don't know if it's like because your back becomes unlined and now you need to have it pushed back into what it was. I don't know, but that was one of the things that like I was going to get to it during this conversation was, like for me personally, if I say in one day I'm happy and I get things, and it's because I found that, you know, I'm in control of my own life and my own destiny, and I can be the master of my domain. And then the next day I forget all about that, and I forget and I don't work out or I don't do anything, then I fall back into a state of like, what does it all mean? Like, oh, like when will I ever get out? It's consistently getting up and reminding myself that today I'm in control of what I do. And that's just the mental health part. I'm in control of how I do it, and I'm going to try to do my best and don't stop moving forward. And that's, I mean, compared to last few weeks, I think these last few days that I've been feeling this way and reminding myself to get up and to do something, it's created a thing in me where I've done, in editing wise, as little editing as I do to these, all the back ones, they're all caught up, besides this one and the one before this. Okay, so there's going to be an influx of episodes, you know, like I think like right now there's like episode 13 on there. It's going to be all the way up to episode 20 as fast as I want to put them on there.
Okay,
Here come the dogs.
There's that dog.
Here come the dogs. Jesus Christ, and that dog one's all, you know, so that's part of me going, here's what I can do with my life. Here's what I'm gonna do. Let's get it done. That dog is just barking at us and everything. So, and you know, great theme of today's, if you find something that works, stick with it. If you feel like it doesn't work, change it up.
Move on.
Don't sit there.
Don't put your energy in something that's not working. Gonna help.
So there you go. You can do your sign.
I think that's a pretty good way to wrap that up. You know, they said don't waste your energy.
Don't waste your energy. Focus your energy.
There you go. All right, if you want to go fast, don't have some back pain. No, you want to go fast, go alone, but if you want to go far, go together. Thanks for listening.
Thanks for listening, Cock of the Walk Podcast.
Have a good day.
Hey, this is Brendan from Cock of the Walk Podcast. If you like what you heard, you can support us just by sharing the link. That's the most important thing, is to get the word out. If you want to go beyond that, you can do donations. You can become a member and subscribe, or you can even buy some merch. You can find us at www.halfmoonday.com. We are a Half Moon Day LLC production. You can also reach us directly with comments, questions, or topics you want us to discuss at cockofthewalkpodcast@gmail.com or cockofthewalkpodcast@aol.com. We also have a Facebook, and you can find us on YouTube under the Half Moon Day page. On behalf of myself and Shaun, thank you very much for tuning in. We know there's a lot of podcasts out there, and we appreciate your time. Have a good day.